Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are going back into Timberborn very eagerly. I had trouble putting this down yesterday. Voice might sound a bit off, still on the meds for that, but I am here and happy to spend time with you guys. The storyteller says, will you play Crimson Desert? Yes! Yes, I will. Let me show you. Storyteller, hang on, let me tab over here. If you look here, I've already got it preloaded. I am ready to go. That comes out later tonight. Hopefully they have a smooth launch. So yes, I will be there, trying it out. Timberborn? What are you doing? What are you doing, Timberborn? There we go. Okay. So, we left off last time. We had started making this thing that chat was calling the Tower of Babel. And we are making a huge tower to make a gravity battery on it. A gravity battery is something that uses excess power to lift it up, and as it goes back down, it will generate power from the thing spinning. So it has to be built at a high place, which is why we're doing this. I am realizing right now, though, we can... Hang on a second. Let's do demolish... No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so some of those can wait until later. So I'm going to put off, as that is more for the future building up. That doesn't have to be right now. Morning Mutt, morning chat, morning trapped in a call center. Hi, Nogami. That's a great compilation. Thank you, Crabble. Most of the viewers seem to enjoy it. Okay. What was that? That's the grist mill. Okay. Let's copy this. Was it B? B. Alright. I'm going to higher priority that. So that's to get more beavers, so they make more babies. So we've got plenty of lumber stockpiled at the moment. I got a new job for WFH call center. Well, congrats on your new job. I know for some folks in some areas right now, getting a new job if they are forced to do so is rough. So, congrats on finding one. Pays the bills. One thing I am wondering about, this spiral staircase here. With how it's built now, I don't know if they can get on and off this staircase at different stops, right? Like, when they're coming up this staircase, can they get off at this floor? I'm not sure. They can obviously reach, like, they can stand on the stairs and reach stuff next to it, but I don't know if they can, like, get off the stairs and do stuff. Because if I was going to make another spiral staircase that led to, like, a bunch of platforms over here or something, but there was, like, you know, rooms and stuff on the sides, I'm not sure if they need, like, spaces between the stairs to do that. Okay, the new lodge is done. They cannot get off a stair from the side, they need more space. Okay, so there would have to be like a space between each spiral connection. So that means, like right now, this spiral staircase is effectively a 2x2. So it would have to be a 3x3 to have spaces between them if that's the case. Okay, alright. Now, The case of this structure, it doesn't matter because they can reach the sides. Although this thing, I'm wondering if they're going to be able to build this thing. I guess we'll find out. Still morning ASMR. Hey, Windshark. Yeah, still trying to talk at a higher pitch than normal to let my voice heal more. I actually got a message from my doctor this morning when I woke up. When I saw the doc, the second doc, the one where I was like, yeah, I saw this doc, and he looked at what the last doc gave me, and he's like, that's not what I would have done. I was like, oh, great. He sent me a message this morning, and they had, like, you know, swabbed the back of my mouth while they were doing their stuff, and they did, like, a Petri dish thing. And he's like, hey, so the results just came back. Yeah, you got bacteria. I was like, okay. And he's like, go pick up this antibiotic. So this will be my second round of antibiotics. I was like, all right. So I'm just growing more viewers in the back of my mouth. I'm just gonna spit out some goblins soon. I don't know. We got some hitchhikers. Like, in total, they've, like, basically, it's just like, you know, my throat hurts, and they've treated me for acid reflux, and they've treated me for antibiotics, because they said that they saw the possibility of a staph infection, and now they have treated me for, they gave me a steroid at one point. I'm on my second set of steroids, and now I'm going to be on my second set of antibiotics, and I'm still on the acid reflux stuff. Hopefully some of this works, and at the same time, honestly, Timberborn is perfect for this because, you know, I'm not being, like, loud and screaming and stuff like that, so it's perfect for this. Okay, is there any more well-being stuff we can do? Bread? We're kind of working on bread right now. Let me take a look at... Is it crops? Where's the crops thing? There it is. So wheat, potato. So I haven't grown wheat yet. Spatted out cattail. So if I had a few more beers, I could easily turn this into farmland. So it's all green over here. How goes the beavering? It's going good. It's going good. Oh, did they finish that contamination sensor? No. It's getting there, though. And we can try to figure out how that works. Alright, so this is currently closed, right? Yeah. That's open. Alright, so it's just overflowing from the sheer volume. That's all it is. Tower power looking good? Yeah, we're working on it.
Mukluk Tamba during Timberborn Mukluk Bobble. Hope your throat feels better soon.
Thank you, Raitola. Me too. You know, I've already got the script written for Craftlock episode 9, but I can't do the voice for it right now. And so, rather to make sure it comes out the way I want it to, I'm just kind of holding off on it. Let's see. Anything I start building is going to take a while, but I could queue some stuff up. Detailer, dance hall, mud pit. That is the sound of a toilet eating a man.
It's invisible dudes! Ah!
Windbreaker down.
Did you start the game up yesterday? Looks good. Yes, I restarted yesterday. I played like 60 hours of this in early access, but yesterday was my first time playing since the 1.0 launch, so we restarted yesterday. Let's see, still don't have any leftover beavers. Mike, did you know that during Lent, beaver is technically a fish? Lent? Wait, what? What do you... I'm sorry, I'm not following that. I think Lent is a holiday from I don't even know what religion that is. It's something I'm not. So I don't really know what you're saying right now. It's a Catholic holiday. Okay, I'm not Catholic. I don't know it. Christianity? Not all of Christianity. It's fasting and abstinence from meat. So what, they don't consider fish meat? Oh, we are out of logs. Okay. We need another lumberjack flag. We gotta get another guy chopping wood. They see land meat and water meat as different, and beaver counts as water meat. Okay. Okay, so I just realized that we have, like, no logs right now. So that means planks and gears and everything that uses logs are coming in more slowly. So I need to get another beaver over here chopping trees. Is this one done? There's a few more growing. He'll be done soon, I think. Let's do... Let's do that. I'm just gonna move that closer to those other trees. And we can mark them for chopping also. You should build a settlement on a hill and call it Beverly Hills. That's oddly specific. Not Beverly, Beaverly. Oh, Beverly Hills. That makes slightly more sense. Are Asura considered fish? Super banned. Okay, I want to be able to scale this up higher. And to do that, we're going to need that staircase idea. So... Actually, hang on. Where's the delete button? that. Hold on, what is the difference in cost between a 1 and a 2? 6. Okay. Alright, so it'd be a little cheaper doing it like a double stack, but this way, it'd be easier to expand it this way, I guess. Because then I could do like that. Drought approaching. Okay, so once that is done, I can tear down this staircase thing, and then we'll have a staircase that can be basically infinitely scalable, and it can keep going up and up and up without requiring more spaghetti. Looks like they're waiting on gears at the moment. Okay, we've got 13 baby beavers, waiting on them to get a job. So no point in making more houses right this second. I'm still slightly concerned about if they can make this whole thing, which transfers power from the battery to the ground. But I don't see any error messages, so I'm hoping they can. Do the beaver children yearn for the mines? They yearn for timber. Are there any acute timed threats to your settlement, or are you free to do everything at your leisure? There are threats. There's one coming right now. There's a drought approaching. When the drought approaches, new water stops flowing into the map, which means unless you do something, all the old water flows out of the map, and then you're left with nothing. Now, the easiest solution to that is make a dam to stop some of the water from leaving, but you still got to survive till the end of the drought. If any land doesn't have water close enough to it, it becomes this dead land. So all these crops would die after like a day or two without water near them, stuff like that. The beavers start to get sick because they don't have water. Now you can store water, like I've got some storage tanks here. You can store water to be able to drink it, some stuff like that. But there are, the two main things are droughts and bad tides. Bad tide is basically this type of water. It's like poisonous to them, and basically it flows in from the area where the normal water is. And so like what I would do, which I set this up last time, is close this dam and open this one to reroute the bad tide away from my village. But then we still have to survive a time period without any clean water coming in. Also, that means these water wheels will stop spinning because there's no water flowing through, so that means my main source of electricity stops. So those are the main threats on this. Steam achievement, Beaver Made Thicket, plant 1,000 trees. Nice. Can bad tide still run water wheels? Yes, but it'll poison all the crops and it'll poison your beavers if it flows through your main area. But yes, it can turn the wheels. few projects nearly done. We're a few gears away from the gravity battery, but it's not going to be connected for a bit longer. And we're a few planks away from the large water tank getting finished. Little water tanks hold 30 water. This big one holds 1,200. Oh, this stuff's ready to blow. Injury should get handled. What for? Bread, cattail crackers, maple pastries. Contemplation spot. Okay, so I've got one. That's not enough. In your opinion, is the super storage package a good value for 1,600 gems? Okay, so the super storage package, we looked at this a lot on Tuesday. It has, what is it, an extra character slot, an extra bag slot, an extra shared storage spot, and a material storage expander. That's over, I think just 2 of those 4 things is 1,600 gems normally. Also, it comes with a 10 slot bag, but I'm not even including that in my calculations. So TLDR, if you need at least 2 of those expansions, yes, it is worth. I just realized I'm using logs faster now because I've got 2 grills, and the grills use the logs for fuel. That's part of it. I don't know if I need this, but I think I'm going to do this just in case, because we don't want to get to a point where we run out of grown trees. Is Muck really quiet? Yeah, my throat is still messed up, so I'm talking quietly. It's an ASMR stream, sorry about that. Drought is almost here. Mark, is there any way you can boost the gain on your microphone so I don't have patron stuff yelling at me, but I can still hear you? Microphone output is currently at max, but I can lean a little closer to the mic when I talk. Eat the mic. Drought started. Here we go. Okay, so at this point, let's close. Yeah, make sure that one's closed. That's closed. That's closed. Okay, so you can see right there, we've got a bunch of water dammed up here. It's no longer flowing over this, and we've got some water down here, and it's dammed right there. But this water right here is effectively what's keeping us alive. So occasionally we will open this dam a little bit and let more water flow in, but this is what we're using for crops, we're drinking from, so this water runs out faster. But, hey! Ship says good morning. We also need to enable the power wheels. Set the hauling post to lower priority so that just extra people go there and they'll do literally anything else first. Can't you just open the dam a little so the amount of water that is drunk is replenished by small incoming water? Yeah, I mean, I can open the dam a little, but it will... If it overflows this area, it just flows right out of the map immediately. So, you see, there's some coming in right now. But, you know, this water runs out. So when I'm opening it, it's basically like open it a little more, little more, little more, little more, little more, you know? Fill valves have this function. Is that a new automation thing? Lever, relay, flow sensor, depth, contamination, power meter, science counter, indicator. I don't know what a fill valve is. Unless you were talking about a real life thing. Okay, we finally have all the mats for the gravity battery. It just needs to finish. Okay, so gravity battery's done. However, it needs to be connected, which they are working on, I hope. And that also means that more of their attention should go toward finishing the large water tank. And I'm slowly working on flattening this area to use it for, like, more farmland. Okay, a little bit more water into the lower area. Drought's almost half over. Now, because the water wheels are not turning, I have got a couple beavers doing manual power generation, which helps, but everything that requires electricity is running a lot slower than it normally does. Okay, so we have got cattail flour getting produced. I don't know if I have a storage for that. No, I do not. So... Destroy that. Alright. Okay, so there's cattail flour. So then we need something that turns the flour into, what, like bread? Looks like bakery. And also, does this use power? No, it doesn't. It does not use power. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Monkey missed routine. Oh, thank you. There we go. I was like, does this use power? No, and then I put it next to the power line for some stupid reason. However, it is going to require the flour, which is right across the street from it, so it might be better to put it here. I'll do it right there across the road. Oh, there's our problem. Dang it. They can't reach that shaft. That is an issue. That is an issue. Okay. I could temporarily get rid of the staircase just so they could hop off there and do this, but then I don't have to reach from up top. I don't think they're gonna be able to do that. If I remove this staircase and then rebuilt, they could get those two. Alright, well, for the future, I know how to do this better. But, alright. I'm gonna get rid of that stair. Now they can reach those two. And then I'll rebuild the stair, and I'll have to do that going up. Yeah, they can go to a ledge and reach over the ledge. So they can reach up or down like 1 tile's worth, I believe. But we're still gonna have to do some stuff here. That one's done, so they can reach that one. Infinite reach down. Are you sure? That doesn't sound right. I can see what I can do. Gone for a couple minutes, suddenly Muck did indeed build the Tower Babel. Working on it. Oh shoot, the water. That's it. That's basically all the rest of the water we had up there. Drought's almost over, though. Wait, is there any more back there? Oh, there's more back there. Okay, so this one can't be reached. Alright. So now we need to rebuild that staircase so that it reconnects. So I will try getting rid of this stair up here. This will allow them to get off at this floor, walk around, and if they truly do have infinite reach down, they could do it from here. I'll find out soon. Drought ended. Yay! Okay, so new water's coming in. So we can pause the manual power wheels. I'm just letting the water build up right now. I came here for waffles! Oh my god, Zarin, what the hell? Banned. Oh my god, there's so much bad water over here. Holy crap. It's a good thing that dam is there. Hey, Amu, what's up? All right, it looks like you're right. Look, they are able to build this whole thing. I did not know that. You just taught me something new. I did not know that they had infinite reach down. It's connected, yes! We have a battery. We have our first battery. Okay. So, with that going, next thing is to build the tower up higher to get even more going. Let's see. A couple people injured. We've got... Okay, I guess I need more. I've got some hospital beds there, but I guess I don't have enough of them. We've almost chopped down all the good trees here. $22 applauses for the one only Mukluk. Hey, Nomer, what's up? I just realized if I want to expand this upward, I'm going to have to replace that horizontal shaft with a vertical one. But that doesn't have to be now. Okay, what's next? Alright, the large water tank is finally full. That will be very helpful. Just looking at their little water barrels. Okay, so our water stockpile is going to be tremendous pretty soon. Okay, let's look at did the contamination sensor ever finish? No, it's waiting on gears. It has not finished. This dynamite's ready to go. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. And okay. All right. Cue that up. The automation parts are so great, it was that one last step to having a really nice hands-off colony. Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do that now. I'm working on my first sensor over here, and then I'll see what happens. It's like 10 miles away, though. It takes them forever to get there. Okay, this mess is done. So we can... Let's see, destroy... Okay, and we'll make one more medical bed right there. Okay, so the reason for this was to just have a infinitely scalable tower, like a better version of the first one I made, so that we can keep stacking homes over here. One beaver, time to go get these parts of the contamination sensor. 69 hours later, finally here. Yeah. It's a process. I don't know how tall this thing can go. We're going to find out together, chat. Okay, so contamination sensor. Measures water contamination. Measurement is currently 0. Threshold 5. So, how do I do this? So, like, if I say automate, sensor 1. what does that mean? So if this sees contamination, I want this gate to open. So if the contamination sensor turns on, I want it to open. YouTube is talking strange. YouTube is talking strange. What is going on? YouTube chat, we do have to keep it in English if you can. Because we streamers are held responsible for whatever is going on in the chat. And if I can't understand you guys, I can't monitor that. So I do have to ask you guys to keep it in English, please. Nargis Katoon and Poppy JIF9M talking to you. Okay, so if it's off, 1 meter. If it's on, open the gate. That's contamination sensor 1. This one, if the sensor is off, 0.9. But if it's on, close it completely. And this one, if it is off 0.9, if it's on, close it completely. Okay. They're not listening. I'll have to time them both out. That's really weird. The one day Bluebell's not here. Okay. Let's see. What is this? No recipe selected. Cattail flour. Okay, cattail crackers. Someone said oof. Yeah, that's Crabble. Crabble was talking to me earlier. I know he knows what's going on. Honestly, now that I know how the sensor works, I feel like the sensor should probably be up here by the spout, not down here. But that would take even longer to get set up. I didn't know that you can ban people in YouTube chat. Well, I just did a timeout, so they'll be back in 5 minutes, but maybe they'll get the freaking point now. Yeah, a timeout is just like temporary, a ban is permanent, unless someone clicks to remove the ban. Toxic streamer, I know. Now, I need to get rid of that. Okay, and that should allow them to rebuild it. So I changed that horizontal rod for a vertical one so that it could still scale upward better. I feel bad enough when I have to keep people from reading a check and a pug and yours too. Yeah, I mean, I warned them multiple times, but they weren't listening. So I had to. Okay, so Ideally, we want the sensor closer to where the water comes out. Like that. So that is really far away. That'll take a long time to build. Okay, what for? Good. Cattail crackers, yeah. Campfire and contemplate. Not enough contemplation spots still. So much contemplating to be done. Grilled chestnuts, bread. So bread, we got to grow wheat. So that means another farm. We got 11 unemployed people. We could do 2 farms. I don't know. Do 1 for now. And then plant crops, wheat. Didn't know cattails are edible, but I'm no beaver. I don't know if they can eat them raw. I mean, in the game, they have to turn them into, they have to grind them up into wheat to be able to eat them. I don't know if you can just eat them raw. Okay, the battery is reconnected.
Hi Mukluk, GW2 question. What are your thoughts on the superb storage package on the gem store?
Hey Ulysses, thank you for the sub. So the superb storage package, if ignoring the 10 slot bag that's in it, because that's nothing. The other 4 things, like just 2 of them are 1600 gems normally. And that package, like the whole package is 1600 gems. So if you need at least 2 of those 4 things in there, it's a pretty good deal. It is good value. So yes, it's good. Yeah, we actually caught up to the fully grown trees over here. You know, I'm wondering if I... Where is... Damn. If I do a dam right there, will that... I'm thinking that will trap water there, which will keep these alive longer during droughts. I kind of want to try it. I only thought about the cob-like part of the plant, which explodes into spores or whatever, but they also have other parts that's high and starch, so crackers are reasonable. Yeah, in the game at least, the grist mill grinds it up into cattail flour, and then the bakery is turning the flour into crackers. So they're not chomping them raw at the very least. Prepping more dynamite. this guy still going? Yeah, he is. He's almost done. I feel like we need to get a zip line like way over there. Question though is how to do that. Hold on. I'm gonna pause and try a few things here, just kind of like a test. I like that you can build these in the water. That's the wrong building. Okay, that's gonna take a bit, but then they can zip line all the way over there. Saves time. Let's see. Let's prioritize building this. It's taking a long time. How are you liking Timberborn? Hey Takui, I am enjoying it. I played 60 hours in early access, so I already knew I liked it. But this is my first game since the 1.0 launch. So, you know, part of it is me relearning how to play because rusty, and part of it is just getting to see the new stuff. Okay, looks like this is ready. Say oh, I just realized I was using the higher priority for workplace and not high priority for building. There we go. Now it's finishing. Okay, so now they should start planting wheat. Your city is very well organized. I'm sure some people could do a lot better than this. But it works for me. Yeah, there's a few simple things, like I've got to keep all the stuff that requires power connected, stuff like that. Other than that, it's kind of whatever. Like, this could be nicer, but oh well. Oh wow, that was fast. The whole wheat field's already planted.
Good morning, good sir. I hope the throat is slowly feeling better. I like city and farm building games. And who doesn't like beavers? Thanks as always for all the great content. Cheers. Matigo matey go cafe.
Thank you, Madigan. Appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you so much. I'm still working on the recovery, but, you know, every day a little bit. Okay, we have finished making Contamination Sensor 2, which is over here. And if this works, if it detects a bad tide, it should automatically open this gate and you know what? No, that's a problem. I just thought of it. I just thought of a situation where that could be bad. Okay, so chat, picture this. Bad tide water comes in, sensor picks it up, it immediately changes the gates. Fantastic. But then the bad tide ends. The clean water comes in, but this area is still full of bad tide. It hasn't drained out yet. This detects clean water, immediately opens the gates, bad tide floods the city. So we actually need the bad tide. Okay, so I was actually right the first time. The bad tide sensor needs to be closer to the gate. Ideally, have one sensor next to each gate, controlling that gate, rather than one control them all. For now, I'm going to go back to the closer one. I see you're using sensors. I'm trying to figure it out right now for the first time. The tower continues. The automation is scary to me. I'm still learning, but so far it's just a lot simpler than like Factorio. Okay, so when this finishes growing wheat, we are going to need a storage for the wheat. And then we'll need another grist mill for making wheat flour. Then we'll need another bakery for making normal bread. And we'll need a storage for holding wheat flour. Okay. Water's good, food's okay. I think it might be safe to make more beavers. So we'll expand the housing area a little bit. Might make a new rooftop terrace here, get rid of this one, and then build up these roofs. Muck is doing the Soviet solution for worker housing. The other beaver faction, the Iron Teeth, they have a, like, their whole thing is just work hard, work hard. And their housing is like a barracks. It fits like 60 people in it. They don't even giggity giggity goo. They just have like breeding pods. Bad tide. Didn't know there's different flavors of beavers. Yeah, there's two. Now I would say like 2/3 of the buildings in the game can be built by both factions, but like 1/3 of the buildings is like different for each one. This faction has better farms. These are the folktales, and they work better like with nature, right? Like they're better at you know, keeping like working with the land type of thing. The Iron Teeth are more like you just use the land for whatever we need, you know, just rip it apart if they have to. They're more industrialized. Why are you building a tower? There's a thing called a gravity battery. The way it works is excess power lifts the battery up. Then when you're not bringing power in, the battery slowly falls back down, and as it turns the cable, it generates the power it was holding. The higher up you build it, the more power it can hold. I'm making a massive tower to cover the top with gravity batteries so that we have power even when there's outages. Let's make a new save. So I want to let the bad tide hit the sensor and see how well it behaves. At this point, I'm just wondering, when am I going to hit the ceiling of the game? I've never built up this high before. Okay, so hold on. We're going to make a save here. And I'm not going to do the gates manually, and we're going to see if they happen the way I want them to. So there's the sensor. Okay. Some is getting through there before the sensor is tripped. So the sensor needs to be over here. Okay. All right. So I'll need to do this one manually and then make changes. Like I said, I think the ideal is to have one sensor at every gate that's just for that gate. Okay, so like there's a sensor there, so I can say like sensor 1, when it sees bad tide, open this gate. That's fine. This one though, this one, turn off automation and just close it right now. And then over here, turn off automation for that one. And open that. It still hasn't... Is it open right now? It's, yeah, it still hasn't hit 5%.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Sphincter Goblin.
What the heck? Let's say greater than or equal to 2%. There we go. Disgusting. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome. Cannot be built at that height. Oh boy. Okay, hold on a second. Is that the roof? If that's the case, then I think we need to... Then I think that's the top. Eventually, we'll get rid of that gravity battery and rebuild it much higher up, but that's going to take some time. Does the battery have to be connected? Yes. Yes, it does. This thing right here is the connection. I see the battery is moving right now. Cannot be built at that height. No! That's too tall also? Crap. Gotta figure out the right height for it. Okay, this is just for a quick test. Cannot be built at that height. Are you serious? Okay, so that stair is still too tall. There, okay. That appears to be the highest height that it can go. Actually, I think that was correct. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. The copy paste could be a little better. I wish like in the game you could just like once the how can I say this? Once you build like 1 or 2 floors, you could just like copy paste the whole thing over and over and over. You need an After Dark compilation of the disgusting subgifts. I don't know that I do. We are out of logs. I can't imagine why. Don't know what's happening with all our timber. Oh nice, the wind is recharging the battery a little bit. Now it's getting used up again. Can you dig a hole for the gravity battery? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can lower the ground until you get to bedrock. You can, so I could lower it like 1 or 2 tiles. But the bad tide's almost over. I could also, just for during bad tide, not during droughts, but during bad tides, I could put some water wheels over here and connect them. Okay, bad tide has ended. Once the Pepsi gets out of here, I need to mess with the gates again. Okay. And let's close that. I got some pooled there. Not much I can do about that right now, though. See, water's coming. There we go. Okay. Oof. Maybe you could automate water level control of the gates. Possibly. I haven't learned how to do that yet. Like, different sensors, there's lever, relay, perform a simple logical operation on its input signals. Flow sensor, measures water flow below its arm. Depth sensor, so it could maybe do like a depth sensor here, and it's like if this water's too low, mess with this gate. I have to do some experimentation with it. Try that out. This is ready to blow. I believe sunflower seeds is still what we have the least of. So I'll do that for now. Oh, I just realized. If I run water around here, it's actually going to just go straight into the farm. Okay. I made a little mistake there. Where's the thing that's just a solid block? Blocks water completely. You can build on top of it. Okay, that should work. So if water comes through there, it doesn't flood everything. What does this require to build? Just logs, okay. Okay, so depth sensor 1. Threshold. So if it is less than 0.5, it turns on. So this thing, depth sensor. See, this is not what I need, because I could say if it's less than 0.5 to go to a different height, right? But the thing is through a drought, I have to open this a little more, little more, little more, little more, little more. This just has 2 settings. So unfortunately, that's not going to help me automate that. Measure the downstream depth. The height of floodgates is best suited to regulate the water height behind upstream of it. Wait, what? Like this is downstream of me. Do you mean upstream? But even still, I basically need it. Basically, what I need is if this is dried out, let in a little bit. Some wheat's ready. Sounds like you need a sensor to monitor downstream depth. Again, what I need is like basically anytime there's not enough water here, open this another ½ meter. Repeat until the problem is solved. We're not using just 2 settings here. We're using 20 settings here. You're describing a fill valve? I don't see that. Landscaping. One-way outlet that regulates the downstream water level. Other buildings can be built on top. Do I need to destroy one of these to build it? It needs to see the lowest water level, so it must be near the ledge or below to work. Okay. Can you stack them? And like, will they work if they're stacked? Oh shoot, these should be paused. Looks like I got that done in time to stop this flooding the farm. Let's see, how's bread coming along? Nice, that's filled. Okay, cool. The Farmer Monument. Kind of want it near the houses. Let's see, landscaping. Where was that thing? A one-way water outlet with adjustable flow rate. A one-way outlet that regulates downstream water level. I'll go ahead and science that. Still trying to figure out how I would do that between high ground, low ground. Like, I'm gonna blow this stuff up and then figure this out a bit. Does stacking fill valves do anything? I'm not sure, because if you're going from like a thing, like a dammed off area that's like, you know, 3 tiles high of water into an area with 1 tile higher of water, you can't just have 1 square on the bottom. It'd overflow. Well, no, I guess you could have 1 on the bottom and then stack some blocks on top of it, and it would just let out just enough. Okay, hang on. I'm just figuring all this out in my head right now. Monk has your throat. Hey, Dennis. I actually got an email from my doctor this morning because they did a thing where they did like a swab in the back of my throat the last time he saw me. And he goes, "Hey, we just got back the test results. You've got more bacteria to get these antibiotics." So after this morning stream, I'm going to pick up more antibiotics. So still working on it. Still doing what I can. Okay, so the way I see this is we need the flow regulator on the bottom. And then I think above it, we just need solid blocks. I think that will do it. I think that'll do what I want. So I'm going to build this, and then I'm going to open these, and we're going to see what happens, chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this will work? Like the water, if I open these completely, water smashes into these and stops, and then this lets out just enough. That's my goal. How's the tower doing? It's getting there. More realistic scenario for me is stacking a throttling valve on top of a fill valve, and the top is only open in temperate season for a constant water flow, while the bottom valve keeps a bit of water coming in droughts. We'll see if this works or not. Because, like, another thing is I've got all the water on the map routed through here, which makes the wheels generate a lot of electricity. So if this strategy slows that down, that would be poor. But we'll see if this works or not. Another zip line there just for the rare time someone needs to go that far. Are there natural disasters other than drought? Yes, there's one called Bad Tide, where basically this poisonous water comes in from all the entrances of the map and you don't want it to touch your colony. So you've got to reroute that water to go somewhere else. Whoa, what just happened? Suddenly there was like a small flood. What is going on? Like, that should calm down. There we go. I was like, I shouldn't have to change anything. That should calm down. It did. Let's plant some more oak trees. We're currently needing a bit more. I wonder if I plant one there, if they'll use that spot or not. Food. Sunflower seeds are actually up there now, so I might not need to plant more. Lumber income is not enough. Let's get another harvester's flag. You know what? Muck it. Let's get two. Let's go crazy. We probably need more storage too. Let's get rid of this. Actually, okay, that was a bit premature. Let's do that. Okay, I want to make a better storage there, but that's going to take a little bit of time. You're suffering the consequences for the failure of the planet's previous occupants to invest in proper sewage treatment facilities. Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, Makacha. Hey, Bluebell. Is this a PvP game? It's player versus drought. Drought and poisonous water. You're just trying to survive Mother Nature in this one. We've almost used up all the scrap over here. There is this thing, Underground Ruins, which I think is infinite metal, but we have to get over there. I think we can... This is a long-term project, but we won't need it for a while, so it's fine. I'll probably do a zip line over there too once I can. Let's see. Assign priorities, high priority. This stuff. Because right now they're going to finish the entire Tower of Babel before they work on this some more. How's Beaver Time? What's up, Black? It's going good. Oh shoot, this needs to be logs. Bad tide approaching. So bad tide, we will still largely need to handle ourselves. Oh boy. Well, this is alright, let's change this. Okay, that's working. That's working. It was working. It was working. Okay, so what it's doing now, yeah, the top is not allowing anything. The bottom is allowing water to come through if it is, it's trying to keep this at 0.95. So I think, all right, we're gonna try this now, chat. I'm gonna do this bit by bit here. I'm done. I'm now going to open this so this fills up completely and see what happens. I kept this here till this was done so I could test it. I think it's working. Open completely. Yo, I think this works. I think at this point, this is fully automated here. So I am going to leave this open just in case, and we'll keep this going for now. I would leave the dam for emergency. Yeah, at the moment, there's no reason to destroy it, but I could take it down in the future. Okay, we want... That was a misclick. Okay, another contamination sensor. Okay, so this is doing nothing for us. Get rid of that. Oh boy. Alright, let's do save, save file 5. Let's see how this goes. The height of that tower won't tell us something. It's for the gravity batteries. They have to be up high. Otherwise they don't work. Steam achievement. Not again. 2 bad tides in a row. Okay, so this one, if it detects corruption, it should open that gate. This one's not ready yet though. So this one, let's just say, close the gate. And this one over here, open the gate. I'm wondering how much water there has to be for a... It says like a dam has a spillway over the top. So does that mean water has to be above 1.0 for it to go over the dam? Because like water's going out right now. Like that's not good. Whoa. How did all... Yeah, dude, okay, that's not good. We lost all of that water in like a second. Dam is like 0.65. Okay. So we just drained out our entire reservoir, like instantly. Okay, hang on. Hang on. When are you planning to play Crimson Desert? Tonight. During my evening stream tonight, I've already got it pre-installed. Set fill valve to less than dam outflow. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought the dam was like 0.95. Do you have floodgates maintaining the level? I wasn't really using them. So, let's say... like... Did you try playing Satisfactory? Yeah, I played it for a few days. I honestly got bored. Like, I like Factorio, but Satisfactory, like, there's no danger. I was a kid in a sandbox, but there was like no pushback, you know? Like, there was no monsters attacking or anything like that, so I got bored. Okay, let's see. So we're going to close that. That should open on its own. And open that one. Okay, water has stopped going out. Okay, we've stopped losing water. Last time all our water rushed out because I did it wrong. Okay, so basically this right here is our reservoir. So long term, I'm thinking make a floodgate here, and I can have it to like 0.95, so I can preserve a little bit more than the 0.65 we've got right now. Let's turn on the manual power things. Bad tide's really visible right now. Does the gravity box fall? Yep, it's almost to the bottom now, so all of the stored power in that is almost gone, which is why we're building more up there. But up here, we could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 up at the top once I finish. So it's gaining some power from wind, because I've got some wind turbines, and from manual, but the water wheels aren't spinning at the moment. When that one goes down, it will block the road. I don't think it will. I think it stops one tile above the road. When the hell did I put this here? That must have been a misclick. Oh, I am delighted that this is working great. I no longer have to micromanage this, so the fill valve was a fantastic addition to what we're doing. Monk needs another gravity tower. I really wish you could copy paste like entire things. Like you can copy paste a building. See, like this. But you can't, I don't think you can copy paste, like if you make like a design that takes like 30 small objects, I don't think you could copy paste all those objects. Maybe like a mod? Oh, maybe. The game just hit 1.0. I don't know how much mods it's got. Okay, let's close that. And open this slightly. Yeah, so there's a teeny tiny bit of stuff there, but that'll get diluted. And we should start seeing it start to come through here and turn the wheels, I'm hoping. Open that a bit more. That should be yeah, that one closed automatically. That's closed, that's closed, that's closed. So those are just overflowing. Yeah, so see right now it's going over the top completely. So let's change these so target height is 0.95 and they should let more through. There we go. Okay, so we really need this stuff down here to finish. But it's in queue behind other projects. Oh, the giant vertical power shaft is done. So once we get the battery, oh gosh, once we get the batteries on the top done, we will remove this one and then move it all the way up to. What you might help with the valves is to have a weather sensor. In good tide, allow more flow, but restrict flow in bad tide, drought. I haven't tried a weather sensor. We could make one and take a look at it. I don't see that. You can make tunnels now? Oh my gosh. What is it under? Oh, weather station. Sends a signal based on the weather. Where do we put you? What the heck? Weird shape. Okay, water wheels are spinning like crazy. One gravity battery is back up at the top. So mostly waiting on logs to get more planks. I've already got 4 people chopping wood. Do I need more? Make it 6. Beavers on the menu. Oh, thanks. I suppose there was another thing for automation. I think it was just like a lever. Oh, wait, actually, we might be able to use the weather sensor. Because, like, we could do, like, weather sensor in drought, enable the wheels or something like that. If that's possible. Hang on. Chat, because of my issue I'm having, I'm drinking water like crazy, so I need a bathroom break. I'll be back. I'm just going to leave the game going on slow. Okay. He missed the Tower of Babel achievement. Wait, what? Build a structure at the highest allowed height. Oh, okay. Yeah, so chat, look at this. The old battery holds 22,000 power. The new one holds 52,000. And we can build like a handful more around it. Let's see. What? Oh. Okay. Is the weather vane built? No, they're still working on that. Oh, I see the problem. These aren't marked for cutting. That's part of the issue. Let's set the farmer monument to lower priority so that they build literally anything else first. I didn't realize that that was still going. Okay, we got our weather sensor. Send a signal based on the weather. Active during, let's say, drought? Activate early. No. Okay, so in drought, weather station 1. Automate, weather station 1. Okay. Automate weather station 1. Okay, so these power wheels will turn on if there's a drought automatically. I kind of wish I could have them turn on during bad tide also, but again, for bad tide, we could run a power rod over there and put water wheels in the gross stuff. I like they stood here and built the staircase down here before building that one. What the heck? Okay. Okay, trees. That's to get all of those. This is for logs. Okay, at this point we've got too many of these guys. We've got 18 idle. Could make another hauling post. Those almost always stay busy. Okay. We've got a tiny bit of flooding right now. Oh, these finished. Okay, so these floodgates are currently at 0.95. All right. And up here, the fill valves are also 0.95. If they do 0.9, would that work? The shoreline is flooding a bit. It looks like it might be fixing. The wheels are not spinning that fast, though. The wheels were spinning way faster earlier. Alright, let's set them both to 0.9 and see what happens. Okay, so how to solve this? I want to keep this at 0.95. These, I probably want this floodgate wide open, but if there is a drought, the floodgate closes. So what does that mean? That means automate with the weather station. And the weather station is if there's a drought. So let's say it's normally off, but if there's a drought, it's slammed shut. I think that would work. But we might also need it to do that for bad tide. And if we're going to do that, I think we have to have 2 floodgates, because it can only receive a signal from one of them. So if we had like another one here. Relay? Oh, wait, what does a relay do? I don't know where to build it. Let's just put it on a box, see what happens. Okay, I'll try it out. More batteries. Okay. Perform simple logical operations on its input signals. And oh, or so I need a second weather station, don't I? I need one for drought and one for bad tide. Okay. So if weather station 1, which is drought, is on, or if weather station 2, which is bad tide, is on, relay 1 is on. So when relay 1 is on, slam this gate shut. I think that should work. I think that's good. And until then, the wheels are spinning extremely well. Okay. Where's dynamite? And back, did some DRMCMs with the guild, got 30-ish minutes before leading a raid training again. Welcome back, Crabble. We're working on automating our water flow. How epic are those zip lines? Yeah, they're pretty good, for sure. For sure. Drought approaching. Okay. So. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm done with this stuff. Okay. Lazy D Pug, thank you for the 71-month sub. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Did you automate your sensors? Partly. We just made a weather sensor so that if there is a drought or a bad tide, this gate slams shut and it stops letting water leave. That's what we're shooting for right now. I suppose we could also have this. I'm trying to think how to do this. So contamination sensor 3. Yeah, getting these other ones to work just right is a bit more of a pickle. Because, like, for example, if I'm like, okay, don't open this if I say don't open this if there's any contamination there, and the bad tide ends, there's some residual contaminated water there while everything's flowing elsewhere, and it sits there for a long time. So automating this is a bit more challenging. Really happy with this setup, though. How many places do I have making gears? I think only one. Cow Metal, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. I suppose another thing I can work on over time is deepening this with dynamite. You know, I was looking for, there was a bigger water wheel, but now that I think about it, I think that might just be for Iron Teeth. I think Folktales might not have the big water wheel. Campfire. We don't have enough campfires. Oh my. Okay, drought started, so relay 1 lit. That slammed shut. Good. I was gonna say it should. Oh, that's not good. Why are we seeing the ground there? That closed. This is filled up. Why is there like no water here? What the hell happened? I don't know why this emptied out. Is that open? No. That's just a dam. Why did this section empty? Well, it's not emptying again. That's really weird. I don't know why that happened. I do not know why that happened. The manual wheels turned on automatically. That's good, so that functions. We got our third mega battery. This guy is done. I'm going to do that just so I can make stairs and let them go over there. I don't think I need to reload or anything, but it's just really weird how that happened. I do not know the reason this whole area emptied out earlier. Because I didn't have to fix anything when that happened. The batteries... Okay. Paper mill. Turns logs into paper. And then we're going to need a storage for paper. How goes beaver time? It's going good. It's going good. We're learning about automation. .3 days remaining. Is that hooked up? Yeah, it's nighttime, so the windmills are building some more power. Okay, let's start. Preparing the next level of the condominiums for the future. All right, so at this point, I don't think we need these floodgates. So let's demolish them, and the reason I'm doing that is because then I can start using dynamites to make this area deeper. Oh, open this a bit more. See, in this moment, having fill valves over here would be nice, but that would be terrible during a bad tide. So can't do that at the moment, unless I think of something creative. Like if I had like one tile of floodgate and on the other side was a fill valve, and that one floodgate was set to not synchronize and it would close during bad tides. That might work. That might work. So this is, hold on, which, okay. Drought station. And this one is, where's the other one? I like that you can rename these. When I was playing in Shrouded recently, it drove me nuts that you couldn't rename your markers. Alright, let's try this out. So if I do water fill valve, let's just put one right there. And this one, do not synchronize with the others. How do I want to do this? So you stay closed. No, you don't stay closed. What do you do? Floodgates can be automated now. Oh, can they? If floodgates can be automated, or sorry, fill valves. I know. Yeah, you said it backwards, then I repeated it backwards, but I knew what you meant. So fill valves. So I could say, so what does it need? As long as it's not a bad tide, have it running. So automate with bad tide station. When there's a bad tide, we want this to be closed. No, closed. Wait, no, how does this work? This is target height. No, this is no good. This is not what we wanted. This one. Bad tide station. If there's a bad tide, we okay, so if there's a bad tide, close the floodgate. If there's not a bad tide, it's at 0.95. Do we? No, that's not necessary. If there's not a bad tide, turn it off. So no bad tide, off. If there is a bad tide, slam it shut. And then when it's off, everything else is handled by the fill valves, which is... So it does not need to be automated. And fill valves can just say, let in water until it's 0.95 on this side. Okay, I think that'll work. So this side closes it completely if there's a bad tide. This side, if the bad tide is over, then if there's a drought or if everything's normal, it lets water through. Now, the question is, when a bad tide ends, this area is full of bad tide water for like another 30 seconds. Right now, this would allow all of that to flood through. So rather than closing on bad tide, we might instead have it close when the contamination sensor is triggered. So, contamination sensor 3. Alright, so if that sensor turns on, slam these floodgates shut. Okay. I think that will work. So if there's bad tide water here, this closes, that opens automatically. I still have to handle this one over here myself. Water wheels are not spinning too fast right now. Okay. More dynamite to deepen our storage. Got the batteries doing work. Okay, at this point, we need to get rid of that gravity battery. And we're gonna move it on up here. That was a misclick. And then that should allow us one more big battery up here. Did you hit the ceiling? Yes. Yeah, we got a Steam achievement called The Sky's the Limit to build all the way to the roof of the game. That's as high as it can go. Okay, this guy's done. Get all of these trees. Okay, that'll get all of that. Alright, water wheels are still spinning at 2,000 speed, so that's still working fine. Our storage increases. That. Okay, we've got paper. We have plenty of paper now. So that also unlocks the ability to make the large wind turbines, which are twice as good. So let's one by one replace these. Gonna have to dip. Thanks to the stream. Hope you have a swift recovery. Thanks, Crabble. You have a good day. Ooh, we have an issue. It's not spilling over the dam. I could get rid of that. I could put a flow valve there, I guess. It might be fine to just leave it open, I guess. I don't know. Because trees, if there's a drought, it takes them like 10 days without water to die or something like that. It's a really big number. need a path here. Alright, so now we've got another floor available to build on as we need to. Clutch. Metal mine. 4,000. Oh, we actually have enough of that. Oh my god, that's so expensive to build. Holy crap. I think another thing we're gonna need... Oh, the farmer monument's done. We're gonna need more, like, storages. I've got, like, small storages for everything, other than this one I just made for logs. We're gonna need a lot of bigger storages. So, space for that. Where would we put such things? If I want to flatten all this, I'm going to need to build some stairs. So this will take a little bit of time, but I can get it done. Beavers would spend all their times riding carousels and bathing in those river pools. So cute. Yeah, we've got a, what is it, a Lido? We've got this right here for them to chill in. Having wet fur is one of their happiness things. More of those, and we'll move this up here, and then I'll build there after. Okay, hold on. What is going on right now? Why? That's 0.95. I see what's happening. Okay. Set this to 0.9. I want to try something. Because the water up here is not pooled up as nearly as much as it could be. I want this amount of water to be higher. Flooded building. Oh, great. That should pass. Like, water is draining. Uh-oh. Alright, 0.75? Okay, let's try this a bit slower. 0.8. Okay, this area is filled with water now. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Okay, 0.85. Okay, there's a little bit of water on the banks. We're just going to give it a minute, see if it settles. Okay, it did. Alright, we're really maximizing this. Just doing this to get to these trees. Construction lacks materials. Oh, planks. Yeah, those are getting built. So since they have a zip line over there, it's okay if I break this path for now. So I do want to, over time, dynamite all this to make it deeper. Let's raise the gathering priority on this, because it's going to disintegrate. The water wheels are not spinning as fast as they were earlier. Alright, lower this back to 0.8. Oh my gosh, is it done? Chat, I think it's done. The Tower of Babel with 5 max batteries at the top. That's as far out as this was planned in my head. I suppose if I had done the vertical power shaft on one of the corners, I could have fit a 6th one, but that's as far as I planned it. Reach a population of 100 beavers. I almost said 1,000. 100 beavers. Not 1,000. Let's see. Large wind turbine is almost done. Okay, different foods are fine. I'm kind of low on cattail crackers, but it's going okay. Alright, so I want to use this, like, desolate land for storage. I don't want to use green land for storage if I can. So I want to blow this up with dynamite and build big storages there if I can. Although, I just remembered, some storage is stackable. Those are really big. So hold on, this holds 200. This holds 1,200. So the question is, what are we going to put here? Let's do gears, and we'll go from there. Tiny bit of flooding over there. It's going good, going good. Alright, oh, we've got hella logs in storage now. Yeah, who would have thunk after the Tower of Babel's done we stop having problems with lumber? How strange. Alright, large wind turbine number 1 is complete. Let's do this. Oh, cannot be reached. Okay, what if I do that? Can they reach it now? Yeah. Okay. Now they can reach it. Let's see. Oh, this guy's done. Okay. We're almost done with getting scrap over here. Now we've already got access to the mine, but we'll probably need to do some zip lines over there. See, how far can this go? What was zip lines under? Zip line station. Okay. Okay, so that'll take a while, but we'll get the mine basically zipline to our base, and then they can, You know, I thought the mine is one of those buildings that frequently results in injured beavers. And I'm just imagining an injured beaver trying to zipline home and just like screaming in pain the entire way. Like, we did not plan this out very well. My legs. I just realized we've got clean water mixed with the bad water here. What's up, person? What's up, philosopher? How you doing? Can they reach all these? They cannot reach all these. Screaming beavers, yep. Okay, so we're generating paper. We're working on better power. The mine is going to take a while. Printing press can make books and punch cards. Punch cards is to make the robots. We could start making robots. Which needs... What is this? So you need a refinery. You need like 3 bot part factories. Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy! And a bot assembler to really get this rolling. Oh, these can be stacked? Oh boy. Okay. That was loud. That was a bit loud, yes. Oh, but these take power. I can't put those over there. These require electricity. I don't want to do this. Can power transfer between these buildings going vertically? I hope so. Yes? Okay. So this is gonna take a little bit. Hey, thank you. Mm-hmm. Do you mind refilling this? Thanks. All right, so wait, those don't use power. Oh shoot. Hold on. Demolish. Okay. The windmill. That would not be good. Okay. Try this again. Thank you. So if I have to run a power rod across the road, it kind of has to go up, over, and then back down, like a U shape. Or I could just like do it here. Say 1, 2, 3. Let's try this out. And then there needs to be one of those stairwell things to get up here. So I'm gonna try a few things out here. Let's see if I can make this work. Alright, so that... Wait, no, these are too tall each. Well, that's fine, that's fine. It'll take a little bit more stuff, but it's more expandable if I want to do something with that level later. Okay, so second level is connected. That's in the wrong spot. Okay, so all levels of this tower can be accessed, and also this is expandable in any direction on any floor. So then we need a refinery and a bot assembler. You didn't drag the guardrails all the way to the doors? Are you sure? It looks like I did. It looks like they're all connected. Okay, that will take a freaking while to build. There's only a door on every other floor. Yeah, each of these buildings are 2 stories tall, except the top one. Hey Monk, are you planning on playing Crimson Desert? Yes, I am. I have already got it pre-installed. I'm going to play it starting tonight. I'm going to try it out. Okay, so then, for the robot dream to come true, we also need a refinery, which does not use electricity. So we could put that like right there. And what all does this use? Biofuel from carrots, potatoes, or spatterdock, or catalyst. I don't know what catalyst is. Check the recipes in the build menu. The amounts you get are different. I don't know if I can really look at them very in detail until the building is complete. Solasta looks kind of cool. We did a sponsored stream for Solasta 1 and its DLC, and we ended up finishing the whole game. I would absolutely be game to play more Solasta. That was good. Wait, what? Oh my god, the entrance is on the back. How did that happen? Schmuck. I thought it could be accessed from any side. It's not correct. Building lacks goods. Bad water. It's working on it. Is there a better bad water pump? I don't think so. But I can get a second one. Let's higher construction site priority that. Yeah, the thing with the bots, because we're going to need this entire thing and this to be done before it starts giving us any benefit. It's like all or nothing, so that's building pretty much anything else is a higher priority for me. And that's kind of a background project. All right, he's done. Do you think the desert will actually be Crimson? Probably not. Honestly though, when I found out that Crimson Desert was a single player game and not a multiplayer one, I got more excited about it. Because I'm like, oh, because single player games generally have just, I don't know, it scratches a different itch. And when I found out, like, for a long time, I was like, I don't know if I'll play Crimson Desert. Black Desert was all right for a while. And people are like, you know, it's a single-player game. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I've been kind of hyped for it since then. Okay, so now we can make, like, crazy amounts of gears. So I can make another huge storage. If I did, what would I do with it? Oh god, we're going to need storages for all the bot parts. Oh my gosh. Like a storage for bot legs, a storage for bot arms, blah, blah, blah. Alright, that can wait a little bit though. Alright, we've doubled bad water income. Make another tank. could make more beaver homes, but we've got 18 not doing anything right now, so that would be kind of silly at the moment. The real question is if you can AFK fish in Crimson Desert. It'd be kind of silly to have AFK fishing in a single-player game. I remember in Lies of P, which I love that game, but they had this tree, and you could go to the tree and get like some berries from it once every 8 hours, and I'm like, what the f is this? Why is there a mobile game type login reward thing in a single-player game? The golden fruit, yeah. Like, it angered me that it was there. I'm like, don't freaking pace my single-player game like that. I think we need more builders. Where's that building that makes more builders? So I'm going to make another builder's hut that will assign 4 more of the unemployed people to helping with construction. There we go, and done. Because I'm looking and we got materials. It's just projects are taking time. So I think we need more builders. Oh, we made it over here. Okay, we're going to start getting those trees. Do I have a big storage for planks? I don't even think this is the right type of storage for planks, actually. Can make like a massive carrot stockpile. Or berries. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of storages over here, so that could just be the first of many. Higher prio that for construction. Beaver is injured. We have enough beds for that. That's fine. Chestnuts and maple pastries. Chestnut. Oh, I would have to make... which type of tree makes chestnuts? So there's a maple tree. There's a chestnut tree. Okay. How far can these reach? Not enough. Okay. So... there's chestnuts. They're not going to reach all the way to the edge. Drought approaching. Make sure that those are not set for cutting. No, they're not. Okay. Tapper Shack. Wait. Oh, who gathers chestnuts? Is it like a gatherer flag? It is a gatherer flag. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do... Wait, can you assign him in the water? Wait, that's actually fantastic. Because he would love to just stand in the water. Does that work? Hold on. I want to see if it says it's going to be flooded if I do that. Oh. Bought chassis for that one. Bought limbs for that one. Bought heads for that one. I usually play on hard mode, and that amount of water storage with 100 beavers is giving me hiccups. Yeah, I have played on hard mode in the past in early access, but this is my first time playing the game in months, so I wanted to play on normal to remember how to do everything. Did you already check the new DLC for the last spell? The elves one I did. Has there been another since then? Look, their Twitch drops for 2 weeks. Nice. Always love Twitch drops. They destroyed my voice. They will return for more, I'm sure. Dynamite. You should swap to the ASMR category. I think we're good. Okay, so now we got one guy here for gathering berries and also for gathering chestnuts. Although I don't know if this is going to be enough. As it says every 8 days it generates 3 chestnuts per tree. So I might need more than that. Drought started. Okay. So we should see... Yeah, that relay just closed. Which is causing a flood. Okay, maybe... Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Oh, is it fixing itself? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I don't have to change anything. It just took a minute. Because there was a moment where this stopped letting water out, but this was still letting water in, but new water stopped coming in, so the problem kind of fixed itself. Alright, the drought has begun. The relay worked. These guys are automatically doing manual power now because these things are offline. The batteries are getting accessed. Okay. New DLC for last spell is called Tales of Torment. Hang on a sec. Which one is this? I am so sorry. I did not know it was going to be that loud. What did they add? The final DLC. I have no memory of this naked dude on a throne. Yeah, I have not played this one. The last one I played introduced elves or something. So that is not one I've played. I'll have to do that at some point. It scared me. I'm sorry. Okay, bad water also in drought. Bad water source. Okay, let's... Oh, you know what? I never... Finally have the zipline. I didn't check to see if the zipline will be interrupted by building the mine here. I just gotta hope it's not. Otherwise, I gotta rebuild it. Okay, we're okay. Alright, that's going to take a long time. We're going to lower the priority so that they just do that when everything else is done. Uh, 4 injuries. Could throw some more medical beds around. Might need to. Show me elevation 2. Okay, it's a bit excessive, but there's 4 more. Water doing okay? I do believe it is. Can do that. Okay, landscaping. And my goal is to flatten all of this down to this height. I like the commute home after a long day of beaver work as a zip line to the condo complex. Yeah. This resting spot has to be built on a rooftop, so I keep having to move it as the rooftops move. Unable to get all... requires biofuel. Okay. So it can't even start without biofuel. So once that's done, we'll figure that out. We don't have enough planks. Raise priority this. All right, so these will increase conversion rate of logs to planks. How's power for all this? The batteries are going down, but it's fine. Let's increase the priority of finishing this last wind turbine. That will help. Oh, we've got 3 days left on the drought. We're doing okay, though. What does hard mode change? Hard mode, the droughts are a lot longer. Think like 20-day long droughts and stuff like that. Like there's more droughts than there are not droughts. Like droughts and bad tides and stuff are much, much longer and more common. So it's really, really important to ration everything that you get. I have played hard mode into the end game in early access, but that was before they added a lot of this other cool stuff. Like zip lines and stuff like that. Okay, that last wind turbine, of course now there's no wind. The last wind turbine is back up. Does it show wind anywhere on the screen on my UI that I haven't seen? Right now, the only way I know how to see the wind is just look at a turbine. Not sure where that shows. Are the batteries made of wood? They've got some metal in them. There's metal blocks in them. What's being built on the mini tower? Robot. This is robot chassis. This is robot limbs. This is robot heads, and this is the put robots together. So it's a robot building tower, but it's really not going to work until the whole thing is done. And then this over here is making fuel. Which, what stores fuel? I assume that's a liquid, right? Biofuel, yeah. Okay. Do that for now. Yeah, you can make beaver robots that can work, like, they eventually wear down, you know, so they'll work for like a certain number of days and then they break down. However, the beaver bots will work through the night and they don't eat, but they do use up fuel. So they give you people that can work 24/7 on tasks. Flood's almost over and the batteries are only halfway down. I'd say the tower is serving us quite well. Actually, it looks like the supply and demand, yeah. Yeah, it looks like there is not enough power. Well, the buildings are all running, but they're not working. They're not operating at 100% efficiency. It could be better. Isn't connected. Oh, yeah. They're still working on the pathway. Survive 10 cycles on one map. Ayy. Alright, water's coming in. The gate automatically opened. Maybe a bit early, but did open. You know, in order to give myself access to bad tide water during a drought, we might want to build like a dam right here so that it pools right here. Maybe? Because right now during a drought, we don't have access to bad tide, which means we can't make more dynamite. Check water tab. Maybe up the storage first. Yeah, I could do that also. What is the water tab? Fluid dump, mechanical fluid pump, centrifuge, bad water dome, seal a bad water source, can be opened or closed at will. Bad water rig, seals a bad water source, employs workers who extract bad water directly from the source. But does this work during a drought? Can they do this while there's a drought going on? It does not. Okay. So So yeah, I mean a short-term solution could just be to make like just a huge storage like this. For bad water. I say short term, it's going to take a while to build that, but still shorter than the other project I thought up. And the main issue right now is lumber. We might need to expand our tree area. Okay, and It's going to take a while for that to pay off. Alright, so that'll increase lumber production after one cycle of oak trees. Ah, the refinery's done. Alright, so pause. So 50 carrots, 50 water makes biofuel, or 8 potatoes, 8 water makes biofuel. That's way less. Or 10 spatterdock, 10 water makes biofuel. So potatoes or spatterdock are way more efficient as far as like farms go. We have we're full on both of those. Let's try spatterdock and we'll keep an eye on it and see if we have any, run out at some point. Okay, supply is higher than demand right now. Might need... So something I learned during the yesterday in-game is that just because the batteries are falling does not mean everything is powered at 100%. It seems like there is a maximum speed that their power can be drained, and so just because the batteries are going down does not mean all power needs are fulfilled. I thought that while they were falling, all power needs were fulfilled until they hit the bottom, but that's not the case. So, I also wonder if wind turbines generate more if they are on a higher ground. It doesn't mention it anywhere, though. I wonder if they flood if the base of them are in the water, but they stick up above the water. I wonder if they get flooded. Hey Mug, I look like you were playing Stranded Alien Dawn at first glance. This game looks fun. What would you compare it to? It's a colony sim game, so Stranded Alien Dawn is not far off, but you don't get attacked by stuff. The main thing that is your enemy, it's really big on fluid dynamics. So you see, like, we got water coming in, and any land that is close to water is green and it's alive, but any land not touching water is dead. And there are droughts where there are times where no water is coming into the map, and you want to set up like dams and stuff to prevent all the water from leaving the map so that you can survive the droughts. And there's these things called bad tides, which is kind of like a flood of poison water. It looks like this stuff. And so basically you're just building up a city, and your enemies are droughts and bad tides and trying to survive those. And, don't have your people starve to death, of course, stuff like that. Okay, we have biofuel. Alright, I think, chat, robot beaver production has begun. It has begun. Steam achievement. Created in Beaver's image. Build a bot. So the bot does not currently know what to do. Okay, so... god. I'm trying to remember from EA. Unlock this workplace for bots. 250 science. Okay, so now there will be bots building 24/7. Oh, it gets like blue lights. Injury, we got enough beds for that, that's fine. Chestnuts, maple pastries, Agora, and dance hall. So right now, I think they're mostly working on this mine, which is a big project, but then it's scrap forever. And the large tank. Okay. Dynamite. Hey, Crimson, what's up? Beaver injured 6. Oh my gosh, injuries are going up a lot. It's because of the machinery shops. There's a higher chance of injury there. You know, actually, it might be better to have bots making the bots. That's the way they work 24/7. It's 5,000 science to do that. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got 2 bots making bots. I need 3 more. Michael going boom boom Crimson Desert tonight. What's up, Crimson? I will be playing Crimson Desert tonight as long as they have a smooth launch, yeah. That is the plan. I'm looking forward to another, you know, hopefully good, big single-player RPG that I can kind of get lost in. I've heard good things about it. I genuinely really hope that I like it. Just getting this ready to expand to another level. Did you see the beaver bot eyes? Their eyes? No, they've got like flashlight eyes, I think. Metacritic rated 78, Pearl Abyss, stock dropped 30%. It's probably a great game and the critics are blind. And we'll see. But of course, you know, there have been games that lots of people love that I was just kind of about, you know? Like Silksong. Silksong was fine, but I wasn't like, wah, like everybody else was, you know? So I'm just saying I hope I love it. Because I would love to love another RPG. Okay. Alright. So we've got bots on all 3 of those. So once we get 2 more bots up here on the top one, then we'll have bots making bots 24/7. More bots. The path is too far away. They're saying they can't reach it. So right now we have no storage for bot parts. So we're going to need at least some simple ones for that. So chassis, limbs, heads. Morning, Mike. First time catching your early stream. It's much more mellow than your night one. What's up, Angel? Oh, it is right now because my voice is messed up, so I'm trying to take it easy. And we're playing a very mellow game. So yeah, it kind of works out. Lumberjack flag. Okay, so that one is nearly done. They hyped a lot of Highguard server closed now. Listen to, well, that one wasn't like, well, I don't know, but that one was mostly that one guy that runs the Game Awards was hyping Highguard. Like, he put his whole reputation on the line for that thing. It wasn't like everyone. It was like one guy that was like really high up. Building unstaffed, yeah. I guess change that back to this. I'd like to inform you about the Crimson Desert that it requires microphone talk to NPCs, but I'd be lying. There was like, as I read that, there was like a third of a second I was angry, and then there was 2/3 of a second there was like, no way, he's lying. And then I got to the end of the sentence. Okay, what was that thing with like time punch cards? What was that? Printing press. I forget what punch cards. I think they buff bots in some way. I don't remember how though. Oh my god, they need so many gears right now. It's a good thing food never really goes bad. So you could just have, like, just a million carrots just laying out in the open. It's fine. $10,000 science points. Okay, we officially have bots making bots. The whole tower is bots operating it. So even when people are sleeping, the bots are making more bots. As long as they have the materials. If they don't have materials, then of course they're not. So I'm realizing I had this mindset to lower priority, but now that we're making bots, bots use gears. And this might literally never finish if I don't raise the priority because gears are all going to bots right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to reach up here. No. Okay. Okay, we have one beaver bot not doing anything right now. Maybe have him run the gear workshop. So getting gears during the nighttime now. So I'm thinking long term, get rid of this hill and expand the tree growing area. Okay, that's done. Okay, so we got room to make more storages. So now we'll work on getting rid of this hill back here. And also want to, it hasn't been a problem, but someday it could become one. We want to keep using dynamite to deepen this area so that we can store more water. Okay, the gigantic bad water tank finished. So we got a nice buffer for that now. Okay, we've got one extra bot again. Let's put him making gears. So one thing I'm curious about, if I look at this, how do I... So like, for example, this guy does 100% faster work speed. How fast do the bots work? Where is a bot? Can I view them? Timberborn 7. He works at 65%. So a bot, oh wow. So even though they don't sleep, because my people are so happy, the people are working like 3 times faster than bots are. So catalyst and punch cards make them work faster. Much faster. Okay, what is catalyst? Extract and maple syrup. Okay, I can't do that right now. What about the punch cards? Printing press. My Roomba goes faster when I pour gasoline and maple syrup in it too. Now the bots working through the night is great, but right now if bots are working at 65% speed and people work at plus 100, so if that's just 65 versus 200, then that's like, ugh. Drought started. We've got everything automated for droughts. We should be fine. Okay, so everything flooded, but that should correct itself momentarily. It did last time, at least. Fingers crossed. Okay, there we go. I was getting nervous. I was getting a little nervous, chat. Maybe we lower this to like 0.9. Maybe that might help. Okay, we've got 2 bots that are currently unemployed. What do we want them doing? Look, how much can your battery cache now? Each of these holds like 50-something thousand. So I got like 250k up there. Wait, hold on. Was I looking at this wrong? So she's at plus 80. And the bot is plus... Oh, never mind. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was 65% versus 200%. But it's 65 versus 100. That's much less severe. Alright, so... What do we need more of? Wood workshop, that makes treated pine planks. Yeah, we could get a guy working there. Gear workshop, we've already got a bot there. Lumber mill. The bot spread. Okay, and this is going to make punch cards. All right. Looks like our drought precautions are working well. The water stopped there. It's not leaking out anywhere else. And the automated fill valve is bringing it in as needed. Should be good. Okay, so we are producing punch cards now. What type of storage holds punch cards? Is it this? It is this. Okay. Finished a little clay sculpture. I'm absolutely beat. Gonna go take a break. Good evening, evening everyone. See you, Rooksy. Yeah, I should be leaving, but I'm having trouble tearing myself away again. Okay, let's set that for another bot. So as this makes punch cards, I believe the bots will grab the punch cards and then it like gives them a buff for a while. Yeah, he went from 65% plus 65% work speed to plus 110. So yeah, just this building is doubling the effectiveness of bots as long as I keep feeding paper into it. Sweet. That is pretty good. We just need to make sure that we have lots of lumber because making all these wooden gears non-stop is, well, it's a lot. So we need to keep expanding our lumber area. Alright, Chad, I love this game. I have to tear myself away. I got some stuff I need to take care of, but we will pick it back up from here tomorrow. Alright, friends, thank you guys for hanging out with me again today. I'm so glad you guys seem to be enjoying the ASMR Beaver streams, as it's good for me and it is a game I enjoy. But with that, I need to wrap it up here for the morning stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. My name is Muck. If you're new here, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Please subscribe to the YouTubes. There's 2 YouTube channels in the chat right now, and a special thank you to our patrons. They keep us in business. Chip says hello. They keep Chip fed, all that good stuff. And I will be back in about 5 hours, assuming they have a smooth launch. I will be playing Crimson Desert tonight, and tomorrow morning I'll be back on Timberborn. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I am going to find, Chip says hi again, I'm going to find someone to raid on the Twitch side of things. Let me see who is live right now. It looks like Rakuri is. Rakuri is good people. She's doing some Guild Wars 2 stuff right now. I'll give her some support. And like I said, I'll be back later tonight if you wish to join me. See ya.
Same, but there's a lot